the street food of Lima, of course, as the way how we know it nowadays, the delicious picarones, the anticuchos, uh, the tamales, most of the dishes that now we enjoy in Lima and in Peru, everywhere in the country, originated here in this location. So we are in the main square of Lima. So the history of the main square of Lima is super interesting. That's why we come here in every in-person tour we have in Lima. We tour guides from the city. We always take you to see the main square, to see the buildings around the square, to learn about the history of the colonial Lima. But also the food of Lima is connected with this exact location, with the main square. And the reason is because long time ago, when Lima was first created by Conquistador Pizarro, Lima appeared here in this location, where nowadays is the main square of the city. This is the birthplace of the capital of Peru. Pizarro established it on January 18, 1535. So this location, it's not very clear what exactly it used to be. It is believed that there used to be an Incan plaza right here, but not every historian and archaeologist believes this, so there's no consensus in this theory. The fact is that when the conquistadors came, when Pizarro came, he decided to create the plaza where we are in this moment, to use it as a place of communication, exchange, trade, conversation, meeting, a place for entertainment also, a place where people could obtain water. So eventually it was created a fountain in the center of the plaza for obtainance of water. But most importantly, to make of this place a zone of trade of products, goods, a market. Okay, so here you can see an image of the main square of Lima, year 1680. Look at this section over here, 1680. This is a recreation of a reproduction, sorry, of a painting of Lima back in the end of the 17th century, in which you can see the main square. Look at the fountain. You can see here this fountain. The fountain you see there is the same one we have in the middle of the main square of Lima, in the center. So that is the exact same one represented here, because that fountain is from the year 1651. And we can see the cathedral. So look at the cathedral, looking a bit different. And the reason is because the bell towers are not the same. The towers are different. The ones we have nowadays are much newer and more sort of like tall and very elegant. Different style, neoclassic. You can see also the many people in the center of the square. So look at this. Look at the street vendors. We see so many people offering different goods. Look at the doggies also. Of course, always doggies in the market. People from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, Afro-Peruvians, indigenous, Spanish, mixed blood, all of them here, right? So here in the main square of Lima is where street food, as how we know it, originated. Unfortunately, we have not really much information of how the daily life of the indigenous of this territory used to be before the Spanish. The food also fusionated with the one of the Spanish. So we can really recognize our food as how we know it nowadays from this point, the point of blend, right? The point when these worlds mix, clash, the Spanish European world, the indigenous world, and of course the African influence, because we had African slavery, and the African slavery introduced the amazing flavors, the amazing culinary techniques. So look at these people offering products in the streets. So we can see different kinds of vendors here, right? It is not very clear exactly which products they are offering, but well, among of the fruits, for example, we have chirimoya, lucuma, camote, sweet potato, potatoes. So these are some of the products that people could obtain every day. So let's go back to see the square. We have some minutes left to talk about the most popular dishes, street food options you can get in Lima, and also where you can go to eat great food in Lima in the streets. Because nowadays, as you can see, the main square of Lima is no longer a market. And all of this situation of the market in the main square of Lima changed dramatically in the Republican times because Lima was collapsing. We had so many people living in Lima. The condition of the streets and the city itself was not the best. It was not very hygienic. The hygiene in Lima was very bad. And well, people used to throw, their trash outside in the streets. There were many animals like horses in particular. They were pooping everywhere. So the markets were really a problematic situation for that new Lima after the independence. So that's why the market was moved to its own location, because you can imagine that there were stalls that were installed every morning and were, fold every night. People had to clean, of course, everything around them, like all the spaces they used, but it was really complicated to do this every day. So that's why the market was moved to another location, the Central Market of Lima. It is located about 5 blocks away from here nowadays. Lima used to be very tiny, so moving the market there was something quite surprising for people, very new. Having a permanent market, wow, no? Was a very good step, forward, something positive for Lima. So we are now in the middle of, where, in the picture, of course, I was showing you the fountain, for example. We're getting to see the fountain in this moment. So this is the fountain that I was also pointing in the painting that we saw just a couple of minutes ago. And the building in the back is the government palace. So what are the best options you can try nowadays in the streets of Lima, and where you can go safely to try street food in Lima if you're a tourist, if you're not used to the let's say the street food, and you want to do this the safest you can? Well, first of all, I will highly recommend you to try some delicious desserts in Kennedy Park, or also known as Central Park of Miraflores. Also, that would be a great place to try some street food. I recommend you also to try the picarones there. There is a stall that is very famous. It's the only one that offers picarones. So go there, please. You're going to love them. We also have sandwiches there, butifarras, which are very old, that you can trace back to the colonial times. We have also here in the historic center, not far away from here, a nice sort of like a food court section, but of stalls, stands where you can try street food, and is located right next to the government palace. So let me just show you. If you go from the main square of Lima, you have to find the house of the President of Peru, and you go 1 block along this street, and then you turn 2 blocks in this direction. You're going to see a big food court section, like a fair of food, and there you're going to get absolutely wonderful anticuchos. Anticuchos are sort of like skewers of beef heart. This is the Afro-Peruvian tradition, so that is something you should not miss. And also on this other side, if you go to the other side of the government palace, this is the main square again, so we walk 1 block and then you turn 1 block to the right, you're going to get the best churros of Lima. They are called Spanish churros, but they are not exactly like the Spanish churros because we have given them a twist. So this is the place where the street food of Lima originated, the main square of Lima. Most of people don't know the history behind the main square, don't know that this was a market. So please run, tell everybody about this story. And if you're in Lima and you want to have a private culinary tour, well, I do those. So you are, in good luck. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for your, tuning with this virtual tour. It's so much pleasure to show you little bits of Lima here and there. Anytime you join, anytime you are going to join one of my tours, you're going to see something different in Lima, a different place, a different site. So please share this video, and well, if you want to learn more about Lima, just let me know, send me a message, send me a question. I will be delighted to show you my city. So take care, have a lovely rest of the day, and see you soon. See you until the next time. Bye-bye. Ciao, amigos. Ciao. Enjoy the rest of the day. See you soon.